This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
Female killed in Leh. Koiari LLG office opens. And again tertiary students supported. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Alinta Yopolo. Thank you for joining us. A 19-year-old female was stabbed to death in Morobe province last week by a man that she allegedly met on social media. The family of the deceased were met by Acting Assistant Commissioner Police, Northern Division, Chris Kunayan Ban, yesterday as they handed over their petition to the suspect's family.
19-year-old Ruda Toby's life was tragically cut short after being stabbed to death by a man at the Bumayong market on Thursday afternoon last week. The grieving mother said her daughter had received a call at around 4 o'clock in the afternoon and decided to follow her aunties to the market to buy food.
This man armed with knife prepared already long. Sutime men sanap namel wantemol people on basto. Nakam niklik meri mokbal kami kirap nunggu tasolo manikam holim lo. Kolos dongen na puli mi golo backside lay. Swim knife go inside lo. Front no bell bone knife come out outside one long plan outside come outside lo backside. Na pulim na sing out in brother dongen lo help him instant and pudane. Lost him life na man and run young plus suspect and run go inside lo police station lo.
Suspect, alleged to be in his late 20s, after fleeing the scene, turned himself in and is now in police custody. The acting ACP, Chris Kunayan, after meeting with community leaders and families of both parties involved, assured the victim's family that the law will take its course and assigned a community policing officer to mediate. The victim's family said the victim had just received an offer to continue grade 9 at Bumayong Secondary a day before she was killed.
Suspect as soon as the next day salim talk no line lo suspect come back one time lo belly si talk sama Friday Saturday until Saturday gim petition go lo all. Now all talking also kissing this letter na you by bunglo Monday, which now Monday come go lo office lo metsu. Now come blow again lo all talking lo gim time but time I mean no got enough time. I'm running out of time. My daughter is dead. I cannot take her back. Even compensation, I mean no to compensate lo this per life blow me and lost them one plus pain blow me lo taking Mary blow me now dying and sleep stop. By school, sim 7 I sit down, look out in me, this like all how many years, start long in them, this like suspect or culprit, we say, come and take him life long in Lonamel, which now I cannot take it anymore. Mipla Pilimpen stop now, Mipla to Mipla not wait anymore, Mipla but him lola handle me. Also, so one time this like I talk him Saturday, Sunday, and Monday finish the now Tuesday, all come talk him, Mipla wait him, Mipla give all 406.
Whilst waiting for the police investigation and court rulings, the victim's family say they want their petition to be met by the suspect together with his family. Jessica Nui, National EMTV News, Leh.
Family of the late Constable George Lapon, led by his two brothers, presented a petition to the government and relevant authorities at Lamana Hotel in Port Moresby yesterday.
During the petitioning, late Lapon's brother Frank Mepham stated that the cases transferred to Port Moresby had provoked tensions.
One issue that has provoked the situation is the bringing of the murderer into Port Moresby. We have a law up there, we have a courthouse, the policeman, everything is up there. Hela's problem that we brought it to Port Moresby, and then there's another situation being created in here. Because the relatives of the murderer in Moresby and the relatives of the deceased, late George Laban, are being made to confront each other here and creating some situation here which is not good.
When receiving the petition, Hela Governor Philip Undialu condemned the killing, emphasizing that the people of Hela are peace-loving people.
While acknowledging your presence and your professional approach in this petition, it's not a violent, it's not a demonstration of anger and frustration. Approach where you are taking. Na presence where you are, also condemn him. This like killing come up.
Minister for Defense and Nipa Kutubu MP Dr. Billy Joseph thanked Lapon's family for their restraint and called for legal measures to ensure the killer faces the toughest penalty.
It's something that happened as an accident, or someone did it when we didn't know. So for the good of the two provinces, we have to find a way forward, and that is through a customary Melanesian way, as well as the legal way to make sure that the murderers face the harshest penalty that is available on the land by law, to making sure that these murderers make sure that they go to jail. And that's what we want to see.
He also highlighted that Lapon's death is unrelated to another officer's killing in Southern Highlands and urged for peace in Hela, Southern Highlands and Western Highlands. Governor Undialu urged the people of Hela to reopen the roads and respect the rule of law.
Yubla Sanablo road. Hela people also Yubla acknowledge him also the man walking. Okay. Na LNG project too party on this incident which a criminal matter. You may put him hand blow police finish. Because for me me like him Yubla larem traffic flow, road open, car move. Issue blow Yubla and come houseman finish.
The teenager accused of shooting Constable George Lapon last month appeared in Waigani Committal Court yesterday. The court ruled that the case falls outside its jurisdiction and decided to send the defendant back to Hela for further proceedings. The teenager is arrested and will be flown back to Hela for the continuation of legal process. James Guken, National EMTV News.
Catholic Professional Society is concerned that Papua New Guineans are no longer safe to live in their own country and is calling on the government to urgently deal with the rising law and order issues.
At a press conference in Port Moresby this morning, President of Catholic Professional Society, Paul Eriknen, raised concerns on how fast law and order was deteriorating in the country.
For good or for worse, I'm a Papua New Guinean, I'm here, I was born here, I'm here to die here. We have to have that sense, our national pride. Those causing violence and criminal activities, stop! Leadership at all levels seem helpless and do not seem to care anymore, or do not seem to know what to do. It is not safe to live in PNG anymore. How can we deny this reality? We can't continue to live in denial. It is happening. Nobody feels safe. Our women and children don't feel safe. Let's not pretend. We have a complete breakdown. Our law and order is out of control. We really need restoration of law and order by the rule of law.
Mr. Eriknen said the government and law and order agencies must not play politics but take people's well-being seriously.
And we are proposing that politicization of public service or constitutional offices must stop. Our constitutional offices, the office of the police commissioner, the office of the CS commissioner, the office of the defense force, and other constitutional offices, even the Ombudsman Commission, those we expect enforcement, prosecution, their hands are tied because there is political compromises. So we are asking, please stop politicization of our constitutional offices and our public service. Let the public service do their job.
A woman activist from Vanimo West Sepik, Dorothy Tekwie, said the well-being and future of the generations to come was at stake, further calling on every Papua New Guineans to be responsible in determining how the nation will turn out in future.
Where are we now? This is 50 years Papua New Guinea. 50 years and where are we going? Come on, don't blame the government on me. You ain't no stupid long man anymore, yeah? It's not what you know people do, you're citizen person, really. Citizen person, you're fighting fingers at government. But what about yourself? What are you doing for yourself? The first thing is to start with your own family. Are you not good father? Are you not good mother?
Meanwhile, the Catholic Professional Society has extended its appeal to other churches around the country to be vocal and speak up on law and order issues going forward. Pakatambua, National EMTV News.
The Ombudsman Commission is conducting an investigation against the Department of Personnel Management regarding the alleged revocation of the National Executive Council's decision to implement the public servants' health care policy.
The creation of the Public Servants New Care Association, Inc., or New Care, is an initiative by the Department of Personnel Management, which represents a significant step by the government of Papua New Guinea towards ensuring the well-being of public servants in the country. The Ombudsman Commission, in a statement, asked the government to consult public servants as required under the Section 225 of the Constitution, and consultations must be meaningful to allow for interchange and consideration. Whilst noting the significant step the government took towards ensuring the well-being of public servants, the Ombudsman Commission stated that there are many stakeholders in this resolve, thus it requires collective and concerted effort. While the Ombudsman Commission's function is investigation, the Commission is bound by law to promote and protect the integrity of leaders, help in the improvement of the work of government bodies, and also to ensure there is good governance and accountability, transparency, and quality leadership in the public sector. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Start your day the smart way with the new Smart Start Breakfast Biscuit. Whether you are busy or on a budget, Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits gives you a healthy and affordable breakfast to set you up for school or play. Smart Start Health. They contain vitamin A for healthy growth and development, vitamin B6 for healthy metabolism, immune system and brain development, and vitamin B12 for nerve and cell health. Proudly made by Paradise Foods.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Morning Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
Chance to building something new, to see a different point of view. With Morning Plus, we're ready to go.
Mipla Halivim Wari Belong You.
Life is filled with unexpected twists and turns. But as a public servant, your health, life, and family security matters most. Introducing the Public Service New Care Association, PSNA. New care for a better life in Medicare, funeral benefits, and guaranteed financial security. With PSNA, you receive quality Medicare services and immediate payment coverage using our smart card. Our care goes beyond financial assistance towards funeral expenses. Join the Public Service New Care Association today and experience the benefits that matter most. We are here for you today and tomorrow. PSNA. New Care for a better life.
People have different views about this situation that we are currently going on.
So vote of no confidence is an accountability mechanism.
Talk to you about our Project Zero, focuses on energy poverty.
In Focus returns in February 2025, a weekly news and current affairs talk show which presents in-depth commentaries, discussions and analysis of the major current affairs issues in Papua New Guinea and the region. We engage in discussions with key decision makers and influential figures across politics, industry, economics and business, as well as health, social, cultural and environmental sectors. Right here on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Governor for Central Province, Rufina Pita, officially opened the Koiari Rural Local Level Government Office today, situated at 15 Mile within the Iri Koiari district.
In his address, Koiari LLG President and Deputy Governor for Central Province, Willie Vavi, said one of the primary benefits of the new office is to enhance accessibility. He said with the LLG administration office established, residents will no longer have to travel long distances to access essential government services. This proximity ensures that everyone, regardless of their location or mobility, can easily reach out for support and assistance.
The opening of a new LLG administration office, it brings numerous benefits to our community. It symbolizes dedication to accessibility, efficiency, community engagement, growth, transparency, and coherence on issues. Let us celebrate this achievement and work together to build a bright future for the community.
Member for Iri Koiari, Kit Idu, said the establishment of the new office is a vital step towards improving governance and service delivery in the areas. He said this will provide greater accessibility to local services, empower communities, and enhance the administration's ability to address the needs of the people effectively.
It is my dream and my aspiration that the Hiri Koiari offices, in the Koiari LLG offices, Vanapa Brown and Hiri offices are open door offices. So we save some time in traveling down to Mirgedao, save some time going to Konedobu. We can come and see our respective leaders here, and they can channel information and disseminate communication back to headquarters. This is why the idea of bringing a rural government to the people is all about.
Meanwhile, Central Governor Rufina Pita has appealed to the LLG administration officers to prioritize the needs of the Koiari people. She stated that with the office now established in the LLG, people of Koiari must be fully supported and empowered through efficient local governance. She urges the officers to provide accessible services, address community concerns, and promote sustainable development for the benefit of the people.
Now, chairman, all members of the assembly lo here, people-centered. Time you make him all decision, put him people go past time you make all decision inside of this assembly, this building here.
In conclusion, the Koiari LLG president stated that with the new office, they aim to promote transparency and accountability in their local level government operation. Louis Maingu, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, during the opening, Kit Idu urged the government to fulfill its commitment under the National Energy Act to develop a forum for the Koiari landowners' benefits and equity distributions.
Kit Idu highlighted the need for the national government to ensure that the landowners receive their rightful equity and benefits.
The 2022, March about former government been signing one kind paper where on public ground but give some look lo equity or some kind benefit. Lo waran a power blue me. And now to the triple Christmas he come go, me no looking one kind kibung or sit down. Me a government. Lo honor him this law all undertaking where you must come up in one like a development forum and need the Energy Act.
With these benefits, Idu stated it will cater for the landowners as well as the provincial, district and local level government.
Where this last down by Luxave long or Papa Ground, by Luxave 2 long LLG, Luxave 2 long district, Looks Sabelo provincial government, so benefits only cut him, we too must have a stake in it. Water and power is just as important as oil and gas.
He noted that despite 2 meetings held in 2023 and 2024, no tangible progress has been made on this issue.
Me appeal on national government, let's be serious about our big people and let's be serious about our benefit sharing agenda and let's close the negotiations, open the negotiations and close it quickly. The landowners are going to be accommodated and given some looks away, then we need to have that agenda clear. The stakeholders need to be clear on what they want and put the demands forward so we can manage those expectations appropriately in law, and law. Good plus something in Energy Act, National Energy Act, it looks how this la forum pinis.
Louis Mango, National EMTV News.
Hundreds of tertiary students from the Western Highlands province gathered today at Queen's Park to fill out forms for inclusion in the Western Highlands Provincial Government Tertiary Scholarship Program.
Students turned out in large numbers today at the Queen's Park Oval to receive forms for participation in the scholarship program. According to Executive Officer John Bach, this marks the third rollout of the program. Mr. Bach further emphasized the funding allocated to support this initiative.
The first time we tried out almost 6 to 7 million kina. That was the sort of a pilot project. Governor tried to figure out how much it's gonna cost to run this program. So we tried almost 6 to 7 million, and we fell short of money. So in 2024, we increased to the Provincial Executive Council increased the figure to 10 million. So we ran the scholarship program. Cost us around 10 million last year.
He further revealed the requirements for students to benefit from this program, ensuring everyone understands the criteria needed to apply successfully.
The students need to feel eligible to get this scholarship. It's 2,000 kina, short of a tuition fee. The provincial government is trying to pay. The general requirements are just something compulsory across all the students is you have to complete grade 10 and 12 in the province, regardless of where you come from across the country, whether you're from Sipik, you're from Rabaul, Tolai, East New Britain, West New Britain, Samarai, doesn't matter. But as long as you stay in the province and your kid completed grade 10 and 12 in the province, that it automatically gives you the upper to apply for this scholarship.
According to the provincial government, last year over 5,000 students benefited, and this year the number is likely to increase with 10 million kina funding made available by the provincial government. Meanwhile, a student from Divine Word University expressed gratitude to the provincial member for this initiative, highlighting the positive impact it has on students' educational journeys.
This is a great initiative from the Western Highlands Provincial Government under the leadership of Honourable Governor Wai, and I believe that this will ease the burden of all our parents, and I would like to thank the Honourable Governor Wai and Governor for Western Highlands Province and his team for this wonderful initiative.
A parent also echoed the same sentiment.
The government, because this began passionate as I come up before, so now I'm making me come up and safe again now. So thank you, provincial government. People are told parents who harm us, because money and belly burn go down. People are short and stuff now, and it's like give them 2,000, people are one and big plus something and medium. So all in all, talking about parents from Western Islands, I thought thank you to our governor. This is the commitment.
For students studying overseas, the provincial government will cover 10,000 kina, provided they meet all the established requirements. Sharon Engnui, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
PNG Paradise College awarded its top students this morning who performed extremely well in their academic results in 2024. The college presented a vehicle to Tamaso Pavos, a female student that came second in the country, while students in top 10 and 100 received a laptop each. Ms. Pavos said consistency and discipline has contributed to her success, and she aims to make an impact in the country.
For the second place in PNG to Ms. Tamaso Pavos.
I'm going to hopefully take up civil engineering and then branch out from there. That's the dream. But to be honest, it's just to make a difference in this world. I just want to be able to be independent, sustainable, so that I can rely on myself and help my family and then everyone else that crosses my paths.
Jeffrey Pavos, a proud father, was present to share the moment with his daughter.
Very honored to have my daughter come second in the country. That's a lot of work we've put together at home and in school. I think Tama has been a good daughter since from home and through all the way to grade 12. So I'm really proud. Hard work pays off.
Paradise College has been awarding its students who have been ranking in the top placing in the country since 2015, and the awarding of vehicles commenced in 2019.
This year we are pleased to announce 16 students who are in top 100, 1 in top 3, 2 in top 10, and 13 in top 100. The top 3 is given a cup. The top 10 students are given a laptop and a tablet, and the top 100 are just given laptops.
Mr. Roberts said teamwork is the key to schools performing well.
If there is something that I'm going to tell other schools to produce high-performing students is teamwork. The school does its job. The teachers attend class every single day. The parents support their students, support their children, and the teachers deliver the content. If one of these is missing, then the system breaks down and we don't produce the result.
With students resuming classes on the 27th of this month, Mr. Robert encourages schools throughout the country to evaluate and set goals for the new academic year. Prime Minister James Marape congratulates the newly elected 47th President of the United States of America, Donald Trump.
Whilst congratulating the United States 47th President Donald Trump, Prime Minister said the Defense Cooperation Agreement that was signed back in 22nd of May 2023 between PNG and the United States strengthens the collaboration in regional security and defense. He said the DCA is a vital pillar of PNG's bilateral relationship with the United States. It also reflects the mutual trust and shared vision between the two nations. Prime Minister commended the United States for its continuous engagements in critical areas such as education, health and climate resilience, all of which are important to PNG's development. He said PNG is looking forward to build on this foundation, ensuring security of the Pacific region whilst fostering development and prosperity for the people. Prime Minister said PNG stands ready to work closely with his administration to enhance the two nations' partnerships and address global and regional issues for the benefit of all. This year will be President Trump's second reign as he was the 45th President of the United States from 2017 to 2021 and was succeeded by Joe Biden, the 46th President. Trump has been re-elected to the office as the 47th President this year. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
Now we take a look at the market reports. The Kina closed unchanged at 0.2494 US dollars in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your Kina was buying 0.2419 US dollars, 0.3835 Australian dollars, 0.2247 euro, 37.33 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading higher, coffee closed lower, cocoa closed higher, copper closed lower, palm oil closed unchanged, crude oil is trading lower, and copper closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX 200 is trading higher, the All Ordinaries is trading higher. National MTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Every day, 180 million litres of water pumps into Port Moresby. Every day, its journey to your household tap is made safe at this water treatment plant. Every day, raw water is filtered, disinfected and purified so that you and your loved ones have access to clean, usable water. For 65 years, our water treatment technology has been hard at work, but now it needs to hit pause. Port Moresby's population has increased 500% since the treatment plant was built, putting enormous pressure on the water supply network. We need to hit pause so that the filtering equipment can be repaired, maintained, upgraded, so that the water you use and consume continues to be safe. In January, Water PNG announces water rationing in Port Moresby. Yes, this is inconvenient, but safety comes first, a temporary discomfort for an investment in the future. We are upgrading for cleaner, safer water for all. Support us in this period by planning, rationing and conserving water. For more information, visit our Facebook page.
Get ready for the return of Hausanome in 2025, bringing to you fresh ideas and expert tips for enhancing your home and lifestyle. We're back exploring the outdoors on Out and About, staying active with health and fitness, caring for your furry friend on pet care, and so much more. Hausanome returning with a new season, February 2025, on your number one to watch, EMTV.
You're watching National MTV News. In a recent visit to Davos, Switzerland, during the World Economic Forum, Prime Minister James Marape gave an update on his meeting with the Chief Executive Officer for Exxon Mobile, Darren Wood.
As the world's leading oil company, Exxon Mobile continues to play a pivotal role in developing Papua New Guinea's energy resources. This was stated by Prime Minister James Marape in Davos, Switzerland. Prime Minister Marape said whilst meeting with the Chief Executive Officer for Exxon Mobile, Darren Wood assured him of Exxon's dedication to collaborating closely with Total Energies and other partners to ensure timely decisions and progress on Papua LNG. The discussions centered on expediting final investment decisions, construction and first production of gas for Papua LNG, followed by transitioning resources to advance the Piniang LNG project. Marape said the Chief Executive Officer for Total Energies, Patrick Pian, and the Chief Executive Officer for Exxon Mobile will meet after to discuss their joint approach to advancing Papua LNG and Piniang LNG. Prime Minister reaffirmed his government dedication to support the projects and ensuring their successful implementation, securing long economic growth and energy security for Papua New Guinea. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
The Kokoda Trekking Foundation, through the Australian Government Powering Community Program, distributed and installed solar panels in Rye-Coast villages in Madang Province.
Kokoda Trekking Foundation recently commenced the distribution and installation of solar systems and street lights in remote Rye-Coast Madang Province. Local installation teams will be working alongside 8 solar champions selected from each village to help install over 12,100 household systems, 22 community facility systems, and 777 street lights across 157 remote villages, lighting up the lives of over 60,500 people. This latest Powering Community Program project will extend across 3 provinces, which are Morobe, Madang and New Island. A total of 31,154 households, streetlights and community facilities, solar energy and lighting systems are being installed to 280 villages, impacting over 155,000 people. These activities take the number of provinces where KTF has made an impact over the past 2 decades to 18 of Papua New Guinea's 22 provinces. KTF has successfully delivered Australian-funded solar projects in Oro and Western provinces with an external evaluation highlighting the significant benefits of providing communities with reliable solar lighting and energy systems. James Guken, National EMTV News.
Now moving to overseas news, Chief of the Israel Defense Force has announced his resignation for failing to prevent the deadly October 7th Hamas attacks.
Now that the ceasefire in Gaza has started, the retributions here in Israel have begun. The head of the Israeli Defense Forces, Herzi Halevi, has announced that he will be resigning as the chief of the army, citing his role, his responsibility for the breakdown in security on October 7, when Hamas broke through the border with Israel and committed atrocities. He's expected just to be the first, though, of several resignations. And in fact, in the Israeli media, there's growing pressure for the resignation of Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister. Many of the media here and senior political figures say that the worst breakdown in Israeli security, the biggest killing of Jews since the Holocaust, happened under his watch, and that he should take responsibility, that it's not enough just for the head of the army. That happened at the same time as Israel began a major new military operation in the West Bank, the town of Jenin. So just as the guns have gone quiet in Gaza, the West Bank is beginning to erupt. B'Tselem, the human rights group, says that Jewish settlers have begun committing acts of atrocities and violence against Palestinians, with the full cooperation, they say, of the Israeli army. The United Nations says it's alarmed at the new wave of violence in the West Bank.
In Colombia, the death toll from an outbreak of violence in the country's northeast has risen to at least 100.
President Gustavo Petro declared a state of internal unrest and economic emergency in a region on Monday local time after the outbreak of rebel violence. The government is pointing the finger at a conflict between the National Liberation Army, known as the ELN, and dissent factions of the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia. 11,000 people have been displaced, with shelters being opened in several towns across the northeast. The violence and a breakdown of peace talks have prompted the deployment of more than 5,000 troops to the region. It is the country's most serious outbreak of violence in recent history, with locals fearing a return to a way of violence.
there is a lot of fear. People started leaving and we left in search of a shelter or someone who could protect us because there were several children, adults and elderly people.
The nature and number of the anti-Semitic attacks in Australia has led to criticism from Israel that the government is not doing enough to combat the problem.
And a 33-year-old man has been arrested and charged over trying to set a synagogue on fire in Sydney's inner west. He's due to face court today over the alleged attack on the building in Newtown earlier this month. Nazi symbols were also sprayed on the walls. He's the 9th person to be charged under Strike Force Pearl, established to investigate anti-Semitic hate crimes. On Tuesday, a childcare centre in Maroubra in Sydney's southeast was set alight and spray-painted with anti-Semitic graffiti. It was described by Chris Minns as a disgusting and vicious hate crime. Speaking earlier, the Premier made it clear police will throw the book at anyone convicted of these acts.
If you are responsible for these criminal activities, you can expect police to be visiting you soon. This is not the end of these arrests. Operation Pearl is just getting started.
Tuesday's attack is the latest in a string of incidents across Sydney, the 8th in the past 3 months. They have mainly occurred in the eastern suburbs where many Jewish people live. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese convened an emergency national cabinet to address concerns, which agreed to establish a database to track incidents and help coordinate responses. Federal police say they're investigating 15 serious allegations of anti-Semitic attacks, including the attack that destroyed the Ada synagogue in Melbourne in December. They're also probing whether foreign actors were involved in any of these incidents.
I'm reluctant to say anything that compromises those investigations, but it is important that people understand where some of these attacks are coming from.
Democrats state that the U.S. are filing lawsuits challenging executive orders signed by the U.S. President Donald Trump on his first day after taking office.
Is the birthright question. That is to say, the proposal that people who are young children that are born in the United States are not automatically given citizenship. And that's a violation of the 14th Amendment of the Constitution of the United States. And it's not something that a sitting president can abolish through a proclamation. It would require constitutional change involving the Congress and states approving the change. So I think that challenge is going to go forward in the courts, and soon the proclamation will be struck out. Well, there are, the Equal Rights Amendment, for example, related to, women and men, as an example of a movement that has been going through the courts and so on to abolish the problems there. This is very, very likely to be struck down. I don't think there's a way. This particular provision of the 14th Amendment has been around for 150 years. There are 22 states, as I understand it, that have made challenges to the proclamation. So that's going to go through the courts, and I think there's very little doubt that the courts will strike it down. There are other proclamations that the president has made, for example, humanitarian parole, canceling humanitarian parole, where individuals who have come to the United States fleeing either wars or some kind of calamity at home have been granted permission to enter the United States on humanitarian grounds and stay there, and have been given the ability to protect themselves against what's going on back home.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
Kids, it's time to go back to school. Theaters, this the place to go. Please don't forget the golden rule. Theaters, this the place to go. Hey, mums and dads, don't make a fuss. Theaters, this the place to go. Get the school supplies from us. Theaters, this the place to go. Everything you need for school. Theaters, this the place to go. Be sure to keep the teacher cool. Theaters, this the place to go. Ring, ring goes the bell.
Theatist for all your school stationery. The IPI Group is PNG's most innovative, dynamic and diverse logistics company, totally focused on delivering outstanding service. Our diversified divisions span from major warehousing, bulk fuel and road transport to large-scale commercial catering. The IPI Group of companies will be your partner, supplying tailor-made logistics solutions.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Speaker made the decision for the motion of vote of no confidence.
Someone was not serious in the most serious transaction of parliament.
2024 was a year marked by many significant events, no doubt urged into PNG's history.
Join us as we take a look at some of these defining events.
From the catastrophic event of Black Wednesday and to the devastating Mulitaka landslide.
Provincial Disaster Committee declared mass burial sites.
To the historical papal visit by Pope Francis, to the announcement of PNG's successful bid to enter the NRL.
Join us on Sunday, February 2nd in the Year in Review for 2024, right here on your number one to watch MTV.
True Kai Sports.
Welcome to Chukai Sports. The South Pacific Motorsports Club today announced its gold sponsor for its Ultimate Challenge Tournament 2025.
South Pacific Car Club General Manager Richard Winchurch thanked Life Insurance for its continuous sponsorship.
Life Insurance Corporation for their generous sponsorship of our competition. This is the third year running now, and it started with 8 teams. We're up to 9 teams now, and hopefully it continues to grow as we get older, I guess. And the new blood will come in and take over from us. You know, in saying that, it's very difficult in these trying times to get sponsorship. And so this is a very, very welcome gesture on the part of Life Insurance Corporation to the car club.
CEO for Life Insurance reciprocated how happy the company is to support with a check of 15,000 kina and being the gold sponsor of the tournament.
3-month event, and we hope all the corporates come in and support the event over the next few months. I think it's a Monday and a Tuesday evening competition. My staff have been having a great time over the last few weekends, and we wanted to support that from the community spirit, from our staff development spirit, and we are pleased to support it. There's some great facilities in the club. If you haven't been for a long time, I took a tour a couple of months ago, and that's why I thought let's support a local club that's been around for a while.
Thank you. Now we'll hold this and then they can see it.
Claire Mauta, Chukai Sport.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
The IPI Group is PNG's most innovative, dynamic, and diverse logistics company, totally focused on delivering outstanding service. Our diversified divisions span from major warehousing, bulk fuel and road transport, to large-scale commercial catering. The IPI Group of companies will be your partner, supplying tailor-made logistics solutions.
Life is filled with unexpected twists and turns, but as a public servant, your health, life, and family security matters most. Introducing the Public Service New Care Association, PSNA. New care for a better life in Medicare, funeral benefits, and guaranteed financial security. With PSNA, you receive quality Medicare services and immediate payment coverage using our smart card. Our care goes beyond financial assistance towards funeral expenses. Join the Public Service New Care Association today and experience the benefits that matter most. We are here for you today and tomorrow. PSNA. New Care for a better life.
Return in February. Cooking over fire. From the garden.
Hi, I'm Martha. Come February, join me on a food spree on a new season of Kite Time.
Kite Time returns February 5th on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hena, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Trukai Sports. Local club Uni Youngsters Rugby League Club received full sets of uniform from the University of Papua New Guinea.
Upon presentation of the uniforms, the university's acting registrar spoke of the struggles he had with funding.
Have excess money that is slipping around. What is around in terms of internal revenue, that is actually from the school fees. So I have a really hard time, trying to pay for your school fees, and I have to, it took me a long time to actually respond to your letter. Because if I give you a uniform and I pay for your uniform, you will have the students, they'll go on strike. Because that is their money, and they also have, they have teams here at the university that also need uniforms. They have to dig deeper into their pocket to actually pay for the uniforms, or ask corporate organizations to do that.
The club's A and B grade teams were then given the new uniforms, and representing the club, Isaiah Kale expressed gratitude to the university.
On behalf of the UPNG youngsters, I'd like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of you for being here today. This special occasion, the presentation of our Jesse, this milestone represents more than just our uniform. It's a symbol of unity, hard work, and declaration.
Kakap had the club cut grass to pay for the uniforms that were then presented yesterday.
And I pay you, instead of paying you, I pay for your uniforms. And which you took the leadership to actually cut grass around the university. All right. And there's more things that you can do to show the university that you care for the university. All right. And you're part of the community. By cutting the grass, right now we are struggling to cut grass. We have to get outside contractors to actually come in and cut the grass to some extent.
The team comprises of relatives of university staff and youths from neighboring communities. The club is then looking forward to participate in the Gerahu Rugby League season. Claire Mauta, Chukai Sports.
That ends Chukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Chukai Sports. Chukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Start your day the smart way with the new Smart Start Breakfast Biscuit. Whether you are busy or on a budget, Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits gives you a healthy and affordable breakfast to set you up for school or play. Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits are fortified with essential vitamins for body or brain health. They contain vitamin A for healthy growth and development, vitamin B6 for healthy metabolism, immune system and brain development, and vitamin B12 for nerve and cell health. Proudly made by Paradise Foods.
Every day, 180 million liters of water pumps into Port Moresby. Every day, its journey to your household tap is made safe at this water treatment plant. Every day, raw water is filtered, disinfected, and purified so that you and your loved ones have access to clean, usable water. For 65 years, our water treatment technology has been hard at work, but now it needs to hit pause. Port Moresby's population has increased 500% since the treatment plant was built, putting enormous pressure on the water supply network. We need to hit pause so that the filtering equipment can be repaired, maintained, upgraded, so that the water you use and consume continues to be safe. In January, Water PNG announces water rationing in Port Moresby. Yes, this is inconvenient, but safety comes first, a temporary discomfort for an investment in the future. We are upgrading for cleaner, safer water for all. Support us in this period by planning, rationing and conserving water. For more information, visit our Facebook page.
Sports Scene returns in February 2025. Highlighting our local sports developments across the nation.
All eyes on top of how an NRL team based here.
Revisiting our legendary athletes.
Hi, this is David Mead.
Trending athletes. And our talented rising stars.
Hi, my name is Gemma Schnobel.
And then all the younger ones will follow.
Join me in February for Sports Scene, only on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You be holy, man, no walk one time.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
The MoneyPlus weather report for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby City, partly cloudy with afternoon and evening showers and drizzles and possible thunderstorms. Daru, partly cloudy with rain showers and drizzles. Kerema, becoming cloudy with possible rain showers and thunderstorms. Alotau, partly cloudy with afternoon and evening showers and possible thunderstorms. And Popondetta, partly cloudy with few evening showers and drizzles and possible thunderstorm.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Wednesday, the 22nd of January 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing. Good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits